In this video, we're going to take the data produced in a process data table where rates have been calculated and produce a scatter graph. I will begin by highlighting the whole table. There are several ways to choose graph. You can choose from the icons up here, or you can go Insert, Chart. You will notice that it's not a scatter chart that has been selected, but I can choose from chart type. I can bring this down and choose the scatter graph. However, you will notice that the data has been graphed for everything within the table, whereas all I really want is the mean values. So I will remove the series which are not the mean. And this is the table, the graph that I would like. However, I do need to add some of the important elements to it. I need to customize. I need to add chart and axes titles. Whatever title you add to your graph, it should relate to the experiment, indicating the independent and dependent variables. Simply type it in, and it appears above. I personally like it to be centered. However, the more important will be what goes on the axes. So I'm going to change this from chart title to horizontal axis title. This is my dependent variable, and it's mass of sodium hydrogen carbonate with the unit. And you can see it appears right below the graph, exactly where you need it. And my dependent variable is the rate of carbon dioxide production with the units milliliters per second. I'm going to go back to my graph. I'm going to right click on the graph, and I'm going to choose chart and axis title, go down to vertical axis title. I've, in this case, simply copied it, paste, and it appears on the graph. This is a reasonable graph. However, I still need to add a trend line. To do this, I need to move down to the series, click on series, and choose trend line. This trend line is okay. However, if you choose it a polynomial, it is a much better reflection of what the graph should look like. This graph can now be copied and pasted. Copy chart and paste it into whichever document you're working on. I do like to add one other thing to my graphs, though it is not required. I like to go to the grid lines and add minor grid lines for both the horizontal and the vertical axis. I can go back to this, update it, and it now appears on the